Elon Musk did not have a good week this past week. Early last week, The Atlantic ran a story called The Rise and Fall of Elon Musk, which, is true, but also he is still the world's richest man. So he's got that going for him, which is probably better than anybody else has financially because he's the world's richest man. But nevertheless, his reputation, his influence has absolutely diminished. So here's what happened. In this Atlantic article, they told the story of how there was a cabinet meeting not that long ago where Scott Bessent, who is, by the way, the most smug and condescending member of Trump's cabinet, decided to drop that "I'm better than you" facade in a meeting with Elon Musk, where he repeatedly screamed at Musk, "F you, F you, F you." And that was kind of humiliating for Elon Musk, right? Because that also came just a day or two after we got reports that the Republicans, their strategists and pollsters said, get rid of Elon Musk. We don't want him. We don't need him. This is not good. The White House has reportedly, and we've heard this for a while now, been sick of him. So he's kind of disappeared from the White House before his time was up. And then Elon Musk came out this week and said, I'm not giving any more money to Republicans, which is total bullshit. He's totally going to do it. But all of that compiled together got to Elon Musk to the point that when this Atlantic article came out, he lost it. He got on social media and he said, they are the past, the legacy media fading into obscurity. And then, of course, conservative talker Megyn Kelly said, if his life is in decline, sign me up for decline. And Elon responded to that and said, LMAO. But then Musk decided to get a little personal with The Atlantic, which is currently being run by the widow of the late Steve Jobs from Apple. And he said, The Atlantic is a zombie publication kept on life support. Steve would be very disappointed. So you're invoking Laurene Powell, her late husband, to what? Get back at her because her publication ran an article that you didn't like? You're trying to mock her that her husband died? A man who actually was a visionary? A man who actually did create something unlike you that buys things that already exist and then pretends you made them from the ground up? Steve Jobs is everything Elon Musk has ever wanted to be, but he wasn't smart enough to be. That's why he did that. But for the record, it wasn't just the article or all the other reports about how much he's hated or the fact that a new poll came out this week showing he's basically at a net negative 100 approval rating, meaning everybody hates him, including Republicans. What really got under his skin is that it was announced this past week that Tesla has officially lost it in terms of being the number one all-electric vehicle sold on the planet. For the first time in its existence, in April, Tesla was outsold by Chinese competitor BYD. So for the first time since its inception, Tesla was not the best-selling all-electric vehicle on the planet. Got beat by a Chinese company, right? Those communist Chinese who were actually doing a much better job. They actually stepped in with the UN and they're like, hey, we'll give more money since the US isn't doing crap anymore for human rights. We'll take over that. So yeah, they're kind of showing us up all across the board. But Elon Musk and Tesla are no longer number one. It was also announced this week that the King of England was going to buy a Tesla. But because of all the Elon Musk backlash, he was like, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to buy a Tesla. I'm going to go back and just get an all-electric Lotus. So the king rejected him. The public, not just here in the United States, but around the globe is rejecting him. And yeah, sure, he's still the richest man on the planet. Absolutely. But that money can't buy you friends. It can't buy you people who like you. It'll buy you people who suck up to you on Twitter who you would never hang out with in person. But you're alone and you have no one and you have nothing except a pile of money. So I hope that keeps you warm at night, buddy, because everybody else around the globe absolutely hates you. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.